just how disappointing is it now, back-to-back games where you are hearing boos at home, and maybe you felt again that some of those boos, or many of them, were deserved from the effort that your team showed out there?
Yeah, we deserved it for sure. Fell behind immediately. And I think we're just lacking confidence right now. It's you just sort of you get to a stage sometimes where you just kind of lose your belief, and it happens. And that's what's happened right now with our team the last few days. I think we've just lost the spirit and the confidence that has to carry you, against talented teams night in and night out.
So some of your roughest nights this season have been kind of like blown leads, but are these two nights is this a more concerning, thing to happen?
Of course, yeah. We weren't competitive these last two games, and that one of the coaches on the way down said we're the quietest team ever, and I think without Draymond and Chris, it's really exposed. Just there's not much chatter defensively. We do have a very quiet group of guys, with this particular team that's out there now, and we probably need a pick me up. We need Draymond. We need Chris. We need guys who can kind of rally the troops right now. And it's when you're going through it like this, there's only one way out, and that's to fight together, to compete together. And somehow we got to get stops. I mean, we gave up 141 points. They scored at will, and we have to be able to get stops to be competitive.
Steve, I know when you guys came back from Denver on Christmas, you guys kind of looked forward to this homestand as a chance to kind of come together. Now it's over. What do you make of what happened over the course of these last 7 games? Yeah,
I mean, we obviously failed in our desire to build some momentum during this stretch. We lost 6 of 8. Obviously, the Denver game was a gut punch. That's the one we felt like we had, and they snatched it. And I think, that really, with the injury to Chris, it seems to have just kind of sapped us a little bit of confidence and direction. We just seem out of sync, at both ends right now.
Coach, in the past, you've talked about in some of these situations and tough games, going back and going through them, watching them. What can you take away from this game following Sunday, and will you go back and watch it with the
same yeah, I mean, definitely going to watch it. But we head to Chicago tomorrow. We got a back-to-back. So, I mean, this is the NBA. There's not much time to sort of get yourself together and reconnect, refocus, all that. I mean, there's a game instantly, and so we have no choice. We got to get better quickly, and we got to be more competitive and more connected, and we got a big job ahead for sure.
Podziemski's been playing well for a rookie, dropped into this. What do you think's happened kind of last couple of games? Is it just size? Maybe some bigger wings getting to him? What I think was minus 31 tonight. What do you see happening with him?
Well, it could be a little bit of the rookie wall. This is the time where you've played a lot of games, and the calendar turns, and you still have 50 games left, whatever it is. He may be a little tired, but last couple of games he hasn't knocked down a shot, which sometimes when the shot goes, it looks worse than it is. But I do think his defense hasn't been as good these last couple games. Could be size, like I said, could be rookie wall, but he'll bounce back. I believe in Brandon.
You mentioned you think the team has kind of, in a sense, lost some of its confidence, which, points to not just solely being a basketball thing. Do you think, a road trip where you guys are, a little together more and away from some of the noise here at Chase Center, do you think that can be helpful?
I hope so. That's we got our next 4 on the road, so we got to get it together.
After the Denver loss on this homestand, Steph said, we're not losing hope, right? We're not losing hope yet, but where is the line between loss and confidence right now and losing hope?
Well, look, we're in the middle of the season. There's a long way to go, and so this is all kind of part of it. When you're struggling as a team in the middle of an NBA season, you can't lose hope. So you have to fight your way out of it, and that's all there is to it. I mean, we can talk about it in a million different ways, but we just got hammered back-to-back games at home. We got to get better in a hurry.
You mentioned a little while ago that this is why you kept the starting lineup. You gave them so many chances from last season, because who knows what happens if you start changing. Obviously, there were reasons to do it, but do you feel that's kind of been the thing that's kind of shaken this team, not, just kind of broken down some of the things that held this team together?
Well, I mean, we went away from that lineup for a reason. We were struggling, and we weren't clicking with that lineup. But the result has been we're scattered. We're all over the place with lineups. We're trying to find different combinations, and whereas a lot of teams like New Orleans are really rounding into form. They know exactly who they are. We're scattered, and and that's you can point to a number of reasons why. None of them matter. The only thing that matters is we are scattered, and we've got to find some continuity and find some lineups and find some fight.
When you talk about silence on the court without Draymond or Chris, do you look to Steph to encourage him to kind of pick up that role, since guys look to him to always close out the games? We
look to Steph for everything, and it's we can't expect him to all of a sudden be a huge voice. I mean, that's just everybody is who they are, and so he's naturally a quiet person. He's incredibly competitive, but it doesn't become his job.
Steve, you mentioned the communication a couple of times, or lack of it. And I know during this homestand, you guys are 29th in defensive rating. How much is connected to communication, and how much of it is just lack of effort or whatever you want to look for?
It's all of the above. We're getting beat off the dribble. We're not hitting bodies enough on box outs. There just seems to be a lot of space out there for our opponents to find. And then, when you struggle, everybody makes threes against you. I mean, that's tonight. I think they hit 5 threes in the first 4 minutes. 2 from Valanciunas, 2 from Herb Jones. Those are actually the guys you want shooting the threes. So it's when it rains, it pours, and right now we're in it.
Steve, when it comes to having a quiet team, how much do you let the players talk to each other, or the veterans gather the locker room, and then how much do you use your voice, and do you sense you're getting through to the guys? Yeah, I mean, as a coach, it's a delicate balance. When we're fragile like we are right now, I don't think that screaming and yelling at them is going to help. So I'm trying to keep their confidence up. I'm trying to encourage them, but at some point, that may have to change. I mean, we can't keep going this way. 2 straight games being non-competitive at home. We have to find some fight, and so we may have to resort to some different tactics. But more than anything, we've got to be connected defensively to give ourselves a chance.
You mentioned Draymond as a potential boost. Do you know the plan on him over the next few days? Has he scrimmaged yet?
He's been scrimmaging every day. Scrimmaged today before the game. He'll go on the trip, and he's obviously getting closer each day. And we're hopeful that he might play on the trip, but we'll see.
Coach, how would you assess Moses' play tonight?
Moses was great. I thought he really competed. He attacked the basket, dove on the floor a couple times for loose balls, was fighting for rebounds. So it's so disappointing that he tweaked his calf. I think he said it was not bad. He said he strained it, but I believe he'll be getting an MRI. But I thought he really competed. Thank you.